Hello, everyone, and welcome to our training video on how to set up and administer the Measurable Results Assessment, or MRA. Before we get started, let's look at a little background information about the MRA. So first of all, what is this tool? It's a rigorously developed tool used to collect, analyze, and report student, staff, and school level outcomes related to improving our three major focus areas of leadership, culture, and academics. This tool can help a school identify their strengths and their growth areas, and then develop improvement plans addressed towards those growth areas, as well as monitor progress on those improvement plans. So who takes the MRA? We recommend participation by the three major stakeholder groups in a school. That's staff, parents and guardians, and students. And for students, we recommend grade levels 4 through 9, so that one, they have the appropriate reading level to be able to read and understand the survey, and also so that the questions are appropriate for those grade levels. So each of these stakeholder groups has the opportunity to answer a set of survey questions specifically designed to gather their unique perspective. So when is the MRA taken? We first recommend a baseline MRA before implementation begins of the Leader in Me. And then annually, every year after that, at the end of each school year. And that allows trend analysis to be done. So why is this MRA a big deal? That's because it provides direct alignment between the measures on the MRA and the highly effective practices contained in the Leader in Me framework. So use of this data then allows schools to do a data-based analysis that will assist in their school improvement cycle. And this will help them to achieve then their wildly important goals. Let's look at these important points about the MRA. First of all, the data collected is school-wide data. It's not possible to pinpoint specific teacher or classroom level data. Rather, it looks at the entire school. Now, these MRA results are not intended to be an evaluation or a grade of the school. And they're not a way to rate or rank our Leader in Me schools. Rather, they are really just used to guide the school improvement efforts. Let's take a look at our Leader in Me framework, which we know is built around the see, do, get cycle. So if we look at the get part of the framework, we are looking for specific measurable results or outcomes. The question is, what exactly are those measurable results? So this chart indicates measurable results targeted by Leader in Me. At the top of the chart, we see what we refer to as school summative measures. These are typical measures that schools collect data on to be able to assess their school. This type of data is collected in most schools throughout the world. Now, the bottom half of the measures are those specific school competency measures that are measured uniquely by the MRA. So these are the measures that we'll be gathering data on through our system of surveys. Now, how is it that we administer this MRA? So first of all, we're going to go to the Leader in Me online. And when we look at the left-hand column, we're going to click on the button that says MRA. As we do that, that will take us to the MRA home screen. We see on this home screen, there are a variety of buttons that we can click on to access various aspects of the MRA. So we're going to begin with this first button here that is shaded, that is to begin a new MRA. So we'll click on that button and this screen will pop up. This screen allows us to set the parameters of our MRA. Let's briefly look at how these parameters are set up. First of all, it asks us to name our MRA. And so the school will choose a name that they want to associate with each specific MRA. And that's because once multiple MRAs are completed, you want to be able to distinguish between one and another. We'll also want to set the parameters for the timing during which the surveys are to be taken. So a school can identify the start date when the surveys are available, and then an end date when we'll close down that particular MRA. And so it is recommended that you use the same date range for all surveys. Now, we also want to identify how many targeted participants within each of the 3 stakeholder groups are we trying to get to take the survey. Because the more survey responses, the more accurately the data will reflect the opinions of that particular respondent group. So as we do this, we have specific recommendations or minimum response rates that we encourage a school to achieve. And that is that we survey at least 80% of the students in grade 4 and above, at least 80% of the full-time staff at a school, and this includes both teaching and non-teaching staff, and then at least 20% of the families that are represented in a school. And again, the higher response rate, the better. Now at this point, we're going to click on the Start MRA button to go ahead and activate our process and set ourselves up to collect survey data. So now we're going to click on the Survey Links button. And when we do that, we see that 3 survey links pop up. Now, these survey links are unique to our particular school. So we can see that to share those survey links, we have 2 different choices. First, we can copy on each of the links and distribute it then through email, text, or whatever system we choose to distribute the links. Or we can click on the email button. The email button then will create a pre-populated email with MRA instructions that we can send to our email distribution list. So either one of these works well. So once we then begin to distribute the survey links, then those who receive the link can complete the survey anytime during the survey window that we just set up. So now as we have people taking the surveys, we'll want to monitor our collection rate. So when we click on details here, this will give us a summary of the survey response numbers. So as we look at this example, we can see how many student, staff, and parent surveys have been collected. Now in your school, you will have established a goal for how many minimum number of surveys you're looking for on that initial setup page. And so you'll be able to monitor exactly your progress on actual surveys versus the number you're hoping to obtain. And these numbers are updated in real time. So every time someone submits a survey, you'll see the number go up by 1. Now, if you'd like to get additional information about the MRA prior to administering it, you can click on, or you can enter rather, MRA in the resource library search bar. And then that will bring up a number of MRA resources that may be useful to you. So with that, we're going to close out our first video, and our next video to follow will be on how to access and interpret your MRA results. So good luck with setting it up, and we'll see you again for video number 2. Thank you.